You're watching Nick Shells.
All right, here I am. We're going to talk about hair loss as we do every single day. Of course, this is going to be exciting. We're going to talk more about hair loss theories. And in case you're wondering, yeah, it's Shell. There's no S at the end, but that's cool. Some people say Shields. You can call me whatever you want to. As long as you find this channel, we can learn more about hair loss together. Now, what I want to talk about today is just to sort of build on top of something we talked about pretty recently. I was introducing you to this concept, this pattern that I see, that men who are more easily offended by others are also more likely to obsess more and to worry more about their hair loss. I see that pattern. Now, I've been very open about the fact that no one has the ability to offend me. No one can insult me. Why? Because I don't allow them to. It is a choice. It's a choice for you to say kind things to people or to say bad things to people and try to make their life worse. But it's also a choice on how you receive that information too. If someone says something that's intended to be insulting or rude or whatever to you, it's still your choice to say, you know what? That doesn't affect me. I don't allow it to affect me, therefore it doesn't. That's your choice. And that's what's called emotional intelligence. Google that, emotional intelligence. If you like the way I think, which a lot of you do, this is what it's coming from. It's based on the concept of emotional intelligence. Now, with that same concept in emotional intelligence, so again, what we've learned so far in these 90 seconds on this video, in case you weren't already familiar, my theory is the more likely you are to be insulted by people, to be outraged when you see something on Twitter that you don't like or whatever it is, the more likely someone can offend you, the more likely your hair loss is to bother you. Then you got a guy like me. I mean, I post my stuff on Facebook, but I don't read other people's opinion. I don't care. I'm so confident in myself, I don't care about other people's opinion. I don't care what they believe. I don't care. I'm not exposing myself to that unless I'm actually seeking some kind of knowledge. Which is cool for you because you're seeking knowledge today. And you're going to hopefully grow in this. Now, with that being said, same concept applies to, and that's a great segue to this. Do you let other people's lifestyles affect you? Do you let other people's lifestyles affect you? Now, as you know, it is a common occurrence in which I have people who leave comments on my channel and it's almost like they're angry with me about my hair. They're angry that I don't shave it off. They're angry with me that I don't get a hair transplant. They're angry with me that I'm not on Propecia or Rogaine. They're angry with that. It concerns them. It emotionally affects them. Whoa, that's quite a puddle there. And I've got my old running shoes on, but socks will be soggy after this. But it's worth it. It's worth it if I can. Man, that's deep. Man. I got some dry socks, but they're those white short ones. So this is gonna be. It's weird to wear those when I've got pants on. Okay, it's okay. I can overcome it. But I'm telling you, my socks are soggy now. But again, it's worth it because I'm helping you. So, the same concept, if you allow someone else's belief system to bother you, it's very telling of you. Who cares what people believe? If their beliefs bother you, that's a problem. It's a problem for the people watching videos of mine who get basically angry and emotional that I won't shave my head, use Propecia, use Rogaine, do whatever it is that they want me to do. That's telling of them. It's telling me they've got insecurity issues themselves, but the fact that bothers them, it still goes back to that's a guy who's got hair loss. Now imagine me. We would all agree that Nick Shells, or Nick Shell, however you want to say my name, we would all agree that with me, I don't care what other people do about their hair loss. I'm happy to try to assist them, talk about options, but do you think that I ever care what anyone at all does about their hair loss? Do I ever say, man, you're going bald, you're like Norwood 5, why is your hair so long on top? You need to shave that off, man. You need to get some Propecia, man. I'm a confident guy, and confident people don't do that to other people. Likewise, on social media, I don't even look at people's Facebook feeds because I don't care about their opinions, like I've already said. I don't care about their opinions. That has nothing for me. I'm so secure in my beliefs and the way I see the world, I don't care about other people, what they believe. It doesn't affect me. hashtag libertarian, because that's also what this is, but I think it goes back to emotional intelligence. Here's how I want to end this video. If someone else's hair loss bothers you and how they handle it, that's your problem, never theirs, right? Because look, every day I'm making hypocrites of those people, okay? So for the people say, Nick, shave your head, Nick, Propecia, Nick, hair transplant. Well, if I did the one thing, then I'd make the other person happy, because their happiness, their emotional level is based on what other people do. Mine is not. My emotional level, my belief system is based on what I believe and what I feel. Other people can't affect that unless I want it to, unless I want to become enlightened like you are today. So keep that in mind. If you're worried about how another man is handling his hair loss, if that bothers you at all, that's definitely your problem and not their problem. And I know that. That's why I can confidently make these videos, do my hair however I want to. Oh, wow, my hairline's showing. Okay, it's cool. I'm more confident than that. So if you want to check yourself and think, how am I doing in this journey of hair loss? Definitely want to make sure that you're not allowing other people to offend you, because you have that control. That's your emotions, not theirs. You control them. You also want to make sure that you're not concerned about other people's choices. If they don't affect you, then it shouldn't affect your emotions. And why am I talking about this? What does this have to do with hair loss? It has everything to do with hair loss, because this is an emotional thing. And the more you control your emotions, the more you control your hair loss. I'm Nick Shell, or Shells, call me whatever you need to. I'm here to help. Leave comments. We'll talk more about this. I think this is very important stuff.